Angel Reese did what everybody expected Angel Reese to do.
Angel Reese is bringing back a legendary shoe. It's been reported that May 1st, the Angel Reese Shaq Gnosis shoes is dropping. If you're a 90s baby, you know how important these sneakers were. These were the shoes Shaq was wearing when he used to play like Giannis. From what I'm hearing, Angel Reese is dropping a whole capsule that includes these shoes, these as well, and also these runners.
Imagine this. Expecting a slam dunk, Reebok throws all its chips on Angel Reese, but instead they get the Titanic of sneaker releases. The noise level of the hype machine was higher than that of a library marching band. However, the shoe drop flopped more forcefully than an Olympic belly flop. Executives at Reebok are now perspiring through their shirts, wondering if they just contributed to the most costly clearance rack item in the world. Hold on tight. This catastrophe is going to get much funnier.
Angel Wings, you say? Angel Wings? Hey, I think we got the official picks now. Reebok has officially gave us information regarding that Heat Angel was wearing yesterday. Well, it's on. Officially, these are going to be dubbed the Me Bounds, which I ain't mad at it. They got to send some over to Teague and them, though. You got to send some. I'll move out the way for y'all. But I know what colorway I'm getting. Forget them white ones. I need me 2 pairs of these. One for me, one for my little sister. Got to make sure she clean on the court. Let's go ahead and get y'all another image. I'm going to get out the way so I can get y'all screenshots in. But the word on the street is that upper is based off of Angel Wings. That makes it should be 10 times much cleaner.
Reebok believed they had hit gold. They eventually discovered their alleged savior, Angel Reese, after years of fading into the background as Adidas and Nike ran laps around them. The Bayou Barbie has the self-assurance of someone who believes they could sell ice to a polar bear and the charm of a reality TV personality. Reebok placed a large wager. So large that one would believe the introduction of these shoes will solve the world's inflation. Compared to a Tel Nala, the marketing effort was more dramatic.
Give some love to the W, baby.
Dude, the amount of aura that it takes to go ahead and premiere your signature shoe on the cover of 2K, a lot of people were complaining about the fact that she's on 2K too, but I feel like a lot of those people, again, didn't understand the vision. I'm a person that has said for a long time too, she's the best player in the sky. If you actually watch, you can see, and that a lot of people compared her to Rodman. That was terrible because she always had the vision. She always had a lot of scoring ability too. So we're seeing that come into fruition. It's been an awesome week for her. I will say though, Reebok
7 straight double-doubles too. Like she ain't playing.
Every advertisement, billboard, and stage. Everything is altered by this. This wasn't just a shoe, as Instagram photos made clear. A revolution took place at a cultural reset, a sneaker apocalypse. The problem with revolutions, however, is they are only effective when people actually show up. This drop flopped like a fish out of water rather than taking over the sneaker market. Reebok marketed it as though they had discovered the Ark of the Covenant. However, the response from sneakerheads and casual fans was more along the lines of "this is it."
The clip of you like losing your shoe, trying to put it back on in game. A guard goes to the bucket. You push the guard. Look at the guard and be like, "Get that the out of there." Fire clip. Intense as hell. Was it worth the tech?
It was worth it. It was worth it.
Yeah.
I think the game was pretty close. That was a close game. And if I had took that playoff, we could have lost that game. I told the ref, like, hold on, 1 second. She didn't want to wait, so that was what it was.
Hey, your 90s idols would have been very proud of.
The sneakers resembled something you might purchase on sale in the rear of a budget sporting goods store rather than a sleek, revolutionary performance sneaker. Adjacent to the dusty Crocs rack from the previous season, July, reviews were scorching than a jalapeno, but not in the way Reebok had planned. Price, style, and comfort complaints catch on like wildfire. There were memes everywhere. The sneakers weren't designed for the court, someone joked. They were designed for drills involving punishment.
Well, there we have it. Someone went ahead and leaked the Angel Reese wines, and they getting fired. Yeah, they leaked them. Some boy named Kenneth leaked them. That's his name. Some boy named Kenneth. But I must say, they look a lot like the Reebok Engine Ace, which I understand. She tested bad boys out for a year. I want this for that shoe. I like it. But nah, these hard. When she said that she want her shoes worn with jeans, she want them worn like everybody wear Jordan. I was like, okay, in my brain, the white was not going to work. The white and black was not going to work. The purple black was not going to work, but the pink ones, this might work. I can see everybody throwing some baggy cargos with this. 4/4 length cargos.
With the worst timing, Reebok threw their entire reputation into one basket and found that it had a huge hole at the bottom, which is surprising in a shoe business that lives on credibility, performance, and clout. It became the next cautionary tale of corporate desperation rather than the next Air Jordan moment. This was a humiliating face flop, not just a little gaffe. Executives at Reebok had to see their product, which they believed would usher in a new era for the company, become the subject of memes. From the boardroom, you could practically hear the sound of frantic breathing, as though someone had just discovered they had mortgaged their future. Jens loves Angel Reese was displayed on a PowerPoint presentation. But for a moment, let's be fair. Angel Reese wasn't chosen by Reebok by chance. Their assessment of her star power was accurate. They were utterly mistaken to believe that sneakers are sold solely by celebrity endorsements. Because sneakerheads aren't simply purchasing personality when they queue up for a new release. They are purchasing performance, credibility, and history. They're giving in to a culture that expects more than gaudy advertising catchphrases. And that's where Reebok got caught up in the rapids in.
Speaking of Angel Reese, today we're reviewing the Reebok Engine A, the same version that we first saw Angel Reese play in. These released on February 13th for a retail price of $120 US. This ERS technology, or energy return system, felt like a great support system to play in. They're super plush on foot, and honestly, no disrespect to Reebok, but I was pleasantly surprised at how bouncy the cushioning was. Dark gray, translucent rubber here on the outsole. I appreciate that it's a little bit sticky when you first dig your fingers into it.
Under the appearance of fanfare, the rollout was complete mayhem. Extravagant Instagram campaigns, eye-catching advertisements, and endorsements from individuals who most likely had no idea the difference between a layup and a free throw. IT all screamed manufactured. Everything shouted decision in the boardroom. The fans, on the other hand, saw through it. Rather than being excited, people were literally making fun of the shoe before it had a chance to gain traction. According to some, the design appeared to have been taken from a 2007 time capsule. Others claimed that the shoe resembled something that might be purchased at Polly's using a 2-for-1 coupon. There was no sense of wonder at the supposedly revolutionary design. It made people laugh. Allen Iverson was their most recent major hit in the early 2000s. Then if those shoes were iconic, a $150 sneaker in 2025 won't be sold by nostalgia alone. The alleged revolution was dismissed as a farce by the time the shoes really arrived in retailers. As sneaker websites excitedly produced headlines about Reebok's most recent scandal, pairs were languishing on shelves silently, collecting dust rather than selling out in a matter of minutes. What started off as a daring comeback devolved into a farce. This type of error leads business schools to produce whole case studies with the heading, How Not to Relaunch a Brand.
Hello to this. Angel, I rock with you. But Angel Reese, she talking about something. Just like how they wear Jordans everywhere, I want people to wear the Angel Reese ones everywhere. Oh, I don't know if we're wearing them everywhere. But she also said Reebok is back. People are going to be wearing Reebok everywhere. I think it's going to be wearing Reebok. But them Angel Reese ones, off the court, I don't know. I get it. These is valid on court. They look good. They do. Them Angel Reese ones, I can't call them AR ones. I can't disrespect Austin Reeves. The Angel Reese ones do look valid, bro. The Angel Reese design is cool. But I don't know how they're going to go with some jeans.
The terror struck quickly. Instead of bursting champagne as they had planned, executives were downing Pepto-Bismol. After boasting about next-level customer interaction, marketing teams were now frantically looking for ways to justify the catastrophe. You could drive a semi-truck through the gap between the excitement they generated and the actual rejection from customers. They made headlines, which was a box goal, but not in the way they had hoped. After placing a large wager on Angel Reese, Reebok suffered a humiliating failure rather than revolutionizing the sneaker game. The internet had a bloody odor. Furthermore, once the memes start going viral in 2025, there's no turning back. A combination of poor timing, poor execution, and a business that they forgot the most crucial sneaker culture guideline in their haste to remain relevant. Authenticity cannot be fabricated. And that's just where the humor in this story begins, because it becomes increasingly clear that Reebok never truly grasped the market they were attempting to dominate as you dig deeper into this catastrophe. The amusing thing about sneaker culture is that even Wall Street wouldn't get how cruel it is.
White sports supporters, well, in case you do not know, the unrivaled 3x3 Women's Basketball League starts today, and I know so many of you are just really fired up and excited. The return of Angel Reese to a basketball court. You know, I was looking at the schedule. The whole broadcast is an hour long. Is that what I'm supposed to take out of this schedule? I don't get it. They're going to play the whole game, the whole broadcast, the whole 9 yards, because they got back-to-back games literally starting an hour apart on the same network.
Even if stocks plummet, you'll still be able to find a buyer at the bottom. Sneakers. You're done if the audience thinks you're cheesy. Uncool does not have a bailout package. And when Angel Reese's shoes hit the market like a wet sponge, Reebok just realized that. Fans disapproved of the sneaker as a whole, not simply the footwear itself. You see, marketing basketball shoes involves more than just selling rubber, cloth, and a few dubious color schemes. Performance is what you're marketing. Credibility is being sold by you. You're giving a child on the playground the opportunity to feel like the next Caitlin Clark, Jordan, or even Kobe. However, such feeling wasn't conveyed by Angel Reese's sneaker. Let's be honest. Angelus is a media magnet, talented, and fearless. He is still writing her story, though, in terms of her basketball legacy. She isn't as well known as LeBron or Steph Curry, who can sell sneakers simply by wearing them. She hasn't achieved the point where children are imitating her moves and aspiring to wear her number on the playground. Compared to the peak, she is nearer the start of her journey.
Angel Reese with her new logo on it, and they might be onto something here. So the shoe is called the Engine A, which is Reebok's newest basketball shoe that I think looks really good. It costs $120, is out in a bunch of colorways, and already being worn by Reebok's top athletes. Now this pair is themed around Angel Reese with her new logo on the tongue that was just debuted a few days ago, and acts as a teaser for her debut signature shoe with Reebok that's expected to drop early next year.
Which, like featuring a rookie on the cover of a video game before they've played the entire season, makes Reebok's choice even more bizarre, sure, ambitious. Astute? Not even close. That was the point at which Reebok's plan failed. They believed that sales could be driven solely by personality. Additionally, despite Angel Reese's personality anguish, sneaker culture is based on evidence rather than just personality. Evidence that the athlete can wear the shoe and that it functions. Evidence that people are drawn to the narrative that it tells. Jordan wasn't hailed as a legend by Nike for his debut shoe. By dominating the league and creating a mythos, Jordan deserved it. Rather of laying the foundation, expanding a smaller line, conducting market research, or generating in order to capitalize on buzz through scarcity, they made a single huge drop. They declared to the public, "This is it, people," after shoving all of their chips into the middle of the table. Our triumphant return. Only when the dealer revealed that Reebok had a 7 and a 2 after flipping the cards.
Angel Reese wanted her signature shoes to cost $1,000. Yeah, I said that. $1,000. That ain't the best part. They Reeboks. Who in their right mind paying $1,000 for some damn Reebok? I understand for the people in the back. Know your worth. But you also got to know what you ain't worth. And it ain't no damn $1,000 for no goddamn Reebok. Man, you got LeBron James, the best to do it, in this generation anyway. Probably yours too. His damn shoes ain't even $1,000.
It wasn't simply the athlete or the sneaker that was Reebok's major blunder. The crowd was being misunderstood. Instead of using commercial jargon, sneaker culture thrives on telling stories. Every time Nike releases a shoe, it carries with it heritage, history, and a distinct link between the athlete and the product. Adidas associates a shoe with a cultural icon or a performance. They affix theirs to a prayer and a hope. Reebok. AI was a product of culture. He wore more than simply shoes. They represented insurrection, street style, and court dominance. Rather, the response was more along the lines of, "Nice, but what's Nike?" falling the following week. It's similar to attempting to use nursery rhymes in a rap fight. It's not because they despise you that the audience jeers. Because you arrived unprepared, they booed you. Additionally, Reebok was as unprepared as a student who had missed all of their classes and was attempting to wing a presentation.
her first signature shoe, more colorways have begun to surface. And what is astounding is that people are already heated over the Reebok Angel Reese one more than 6 months before it is released. Haters are already having a field day while her supporters are vigorously defending her as they wait to score a pair of the shoe. There's a reason.
The consequences were immediate. Social media ruthlessly attacked the shoes. They were likened by memes to the orthopedic footwear your grandmother might wear to bingo. Reviews criticized the entire atmosphere, comfort, and design. Paid influencers who appeared as eager as someone being made to smile in a hostage video were the only ones advocating for the shoe. The last nail in the coffin was the price tag. Reebok priced the sneakers as though they were already iconic, assuming that consumers would be willing to spend high-end dollars on a footwear with no history, fanfare, or aesthetic appeal. Customers jointly remarked, "You must be kidding," after examining the sneaker and the price. If you'd prefer to charge high prices, so you'd better bring high-end merchandise. A trophy for participation was brought by Reebok. It doesn't operate that way. It never worked that way. Reebok ultimately photocopied someone else's poorly done coursework rather of creating a fresh chapter. Without putting in Nike's decades of effort, they aspired to be Nike. They desired rookie-level reputation with Jordan-level impact. Although sneaker culture doesn't bow to those who haven't earned it, they wanted it to do so.
6 straight double-doubles, hooping on the court, and dropping your signature shoe? Hey, Angel in her bag. Angel's in her bag. For those that don't know, Angel Reese had a sneak peek of her signature shoe that is coming out very, very soon, making her the 4th active WNBA player to have a signature shoe at this time. 2nd woman to ever have a Reebok signature shoe, so doing her biggest one.
Therefore, it wasn't simply one shoe that flopped. It had to do with Reebok's exposure. Exposed for failing to comprehend the market. Exposed for believing that hype might take the place of tradition. Exposed for thinking a gaudy promotion could hide a subpar product. They're now in a bind because it's very hard to get them back once sneaker culture determines you're a joke. The shoes can be discounted. You can include free merchandise. Influencers can even be compensated to continue acting as though they adore it. But you know the truth in your heart. This footwear is more than a failure. IT represents Reebok's desperate situation. The sales figures were as flat as a steamroller-run pancake. The shelves remained stocked. The levels of online stocks were not changing. And the only indication of a sold-out was the refusal of shops to place more orders for pairs. The boardroom abruptly took on the appearance of a live-action comic sketch. Consider a team of suits desperately trying to come up with ideas for repurposing a product that no one wants. It's likely that someone proposed cutting pricing before realizing that doing so would make a shoe appear even more embarrassing.
With Louis, Gucci, them boys, ain't no way we paying $1,000 for no Reebok. We ain't even paying that for Jordan. Maybe she was running the play here. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. They were trying to hit across the head with a 40 ball. They say, hey man, we suggested $40 per pair. After negotiations, her strategizing and promoting her brand, they settled on 150. But whenever they hit her with the 40, she like, shit, I'm gonna aim for a band. So they can then give me what I want, a regular shoe price, around 150. You know what I'm saying? 150, 200. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and say that's what she was aiming for. Cause I'm very strategic. I analyze this shit. But that shit there is crazy. Them shoes would have been collecting dust.
Additionally, it was an uncomfortable moment for Angel Reese. Even though she still had star power, her footwear was being roasted more fiercely than a Thanksgiving turkey. This situation's larger picture is almost tragically humorous. This failure made clear the enormous discrepancy between Reebok's perception and what the market actually believes. After years of being irrelevant, they believed they could waltz back into the game and act like royalty. Rather, they were reminded of the brutality of sneaker culture. Legacy is important. Performance is important. Genuineness is important. And without those, Nike and Adidas make money while you're just another brand howling into thin air. Angel Reese is going to get well. Her career is too important to ignore. However, Reebok, they merely served as a reminder to the world of their reasons for remaining hidden. The punchline is self-explanatory. Reebok didn't simply introduce a pair of sneakers. They introduced a comedy spectacular that was passed off as shoes. Despite her dominance on the court, Angel Reese plays junior varsity basketball off the court. And this won't just be a failure unless Reebok learns to quit stumbling over its own laces.